Hi, I'm Amy with the ULC Seminary, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about acts of kindness. That's something that's kind of a running theme for me. For those of you who receive the kind words mailings, you know what I'm talking about. I get so many people who wonder what they should do now that they're ordained, how they can go out and make a difference. They figure, oh, I'm just one person, what can I do? I don't have any money, what can I do? They want to help. They want to put out something, but they're just really at a loss. Well, I'd like to just point out, I guess, what could be the obvious, but maybe it's something you don't give yourself credit for, is that everything you do makes a difference. You can make a difference for the good, or you can make a difference for the not so good, but that's up to you. One of the ways you can do that is to just do something small. Something small in a kind way to somebody. Random acts of kindness. I can tell you, when I had cancer many years ago, I was really sick. And I was a walking bag of bones and just was having a hard time doing anything. And one day I was in the health food store and I was coming up to the register to ring things up, and the gal at the checkout said, "You look like you could use some help." And I said, "Yes, thank you, actually I can." And she said, "How would you like it if I came over and helped clean up your apartment for you?" I was flabbergasted. I said, "Yes, thank you." And she came over and she emptied my garbage and she cleaned up my dishes and she just did a little picking up here and there. It probably took her no more than a half an hour. And it was stuff that I couldn't get to. I just couldn't do it. And I was just in tears and I was just so pleased. And I said, "So did you want to, get together or hang out or something?" She said, "No, I just wanted to do a random act of kindness." And she didn't expect anything in return. I don't even remember her name. Because for her, she just wanted to pay it forward. And I'm a big fan of paying it forward. If someone does something kind for you, do something kind forward. It's something that happened to me almost 20 years ago, and it still stays with me. And that's one of the many acts of kindness I received that I've been paying forward ever since. Because some things you can never pay back. And somebody going and doing that one little thing was not a big deal to her, but it sure made a world of difference to me. And I know that since then, I know that there have been things that I've done that have made a difference in other people's worlds. And I know that there are things that you've done that have made a difference in other people's worlds. Sometimes just smiling at somebody, asking them how they're doing, remembering them if they have a parent who's sick or that something's going on with them, to just say, "So, how are you doing? I know your mom is sick, or I know your dad is in the hospital," or whatever it is, and how are you doing with it? Just giving them an ear, asking them how they're doing, or telling them that they're doing a good job. Even if it's somebody who maybe is working like at Starbucks or, at somewhere. You go in and maybe you notice something. I know there have been times when I've been in line and I see somebody who I can tell has taken a little special care in how they dress that day, or maybe not. Maybe they just happen to look nice and I say, "Wow, that skirt really looks good on you," or "That's a great color on you," or just a random compliment. And it has to be, of course, something that's true. Don't just go around saying things that aren't true, because people can tell the difference between a false compliment and a real validation. And just say something nice. And you might make that person's whole day. Or there's almost anything you can do. Just, a smile, a kind word, a gesture, help someone with their groceries, anything that's small can make a difference. Of course, big gestures are wonderful too. But I find that it's the small things that stick with people. And you can make a difference by doing that. And I encourage you to, because you just never know what kind of effect it's going to have on somebody else's life. So, take a chance, do something nice, do something kind, with no expectation, just because it makes you feel good. And see what a difference it makes in your life. I'm Amy with the ULC Seminary.